The Hedera token is at a pivotal level right now. And if we break above this level, we're in for a potential 25 to 30% rise in the price of HBAR. We'll get back to the chart here in a second. I do want to share some things that have been happening within the Hedera ecosystem, what the future looks like, and what sector they've added to the already booming RWA sector and narrative for HBAR and Hedera. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and let's start here. This is a post from Sentiment that measures metrics on chain. Here are crypto's top overall coins by notable development activity over the past 30 days. Directional indicators represent each project's ranking rise or fall since last month. You can see here, coming in at number 3 is none other than Hedera HashGraph. Well, I should say Hedera and their HBAR token, only to be bested by ICP and Chainlink. What does this mean? Means people are developing and working on the network. They're working on things as far as solutions for Hedera and the entire ecosystem. One of them is this. We had Casper recently rebrand to Prove AI, and they've migrated their AI governance model to the Hedera network. So now we potentially have an AI narrative going into Hedera that could potentially bring mass amounts of retail on top of the utility and use case that is going to be used for the token. Speaking of, I mentioned RWA, this has been long forgone the biggest narrative and vertical for Hedera and the ecosystem. They got some big news for the RWA tokenization industry. Zonic X is now integrated with the Hedera network, creating a powerful platform for transforming traditional illiquid assets into easily tradable tokens. Now, what's unique about these guys is one, they're essentially TradFi, right? They're a Silicon Valley-based company ran by VCs. They did win the most innovative tokenization and liquidity solutions company award at the FinTech Awards of 2024. And just one thing I've highlighted here, I think that's really important to share, is what sets them apart. This is according to the Zonic X website. Their success lies in their end-to-end ecosystem of SDKs and APIs, which simplified the tokenization process for keyword institutions. We always talk about, well, what sets Hedera apart outside from its great technology is the fact that their governing council and the amount of these large corporations and institutions that they have essentially helping make decisions. And so as the RWA tokenization narrative starts to heat up, as more institutions, hedge funds, money makers, whoever you want to name it, decides to come in and tokenize assets, whether it's real estate, whether it's commodities, Hedera is right there front and center. And now they can add another name to that list that should help them grow that narrative. We also had this. Digital Asset Alliance launches the PHPX stablecoin on Hedera. This is announced in Singapore. Now, this is a coalition of leading Philippine banks and fintech companies. They're launching their first ever multi-bank collateralized stablecoin on the Hedera network. And so we're starting to see a trend here of Hedera really trending towards kind of that Cardano route, that ICP route, as far as nation states. What solutions can you provide for countries, nation states, and everything that they're looking to do? And it looks like Hedera is making headway. So this was a big piece of news. We also have something that not a lot of people talk about. Karate combat is one of the fastest growing sports, not just, obviously, not just in the crypto space speaking, but in general. And so this is created on the Hedera network. The Karate token is a Hedera token. And so this is something that's only going to grow in size, and it's only going to bring more eyeballs to the Hedera network and everything else that they're doing, on top of the tokenization narrative, on top of now an AI narrative, and of course, the stablecoin narrative. I want to go back to the Hedera chart. I said this is a very pivotal moment for Hedera. What do I mean? So Hedera created this head and shoulders pattern on the daily chart. And where we are now, we are trying to break above the neckline to reverse this head and shoulders trend, right? And so you can see here, we wicked up here on the daily. We haven't been able to close above it, but if we can reclaim this neckline, which sits right around 5.18 cents, there is nothing in the way of us getting to this blue line, which is our next level of resistance. This is right around 6.5 cents. which from current prices to that 6.5 cents gives us a rally of between 25 and 30%. And so this is something that Hedera, it's been trading under 5 cents for a little bit of time. It has currently had a decent rally over the last 4 or 5 days, getting to a local bottom of around 4.1 cents. A lot of people are sleeping on Hedera. The problem is people tend to only look at the price action. And if the price action has been dull or sideways, or moves are 1%, 2%, people fall asleep. They forget what is actually happening. Take a look at Bitcoin, for example. Bitcoin in that channel was moving 1%, 2%. Now, although these are $1,000 moves relative to the size, it's a 1%, 2%, 3% move to the upside. What happens? People get lulled to sleep. Next thing you know, you wake up and Bitcoin is at $77,000, which we currently are right now. I believe the same thing is going to happen for Hedera. We're excited about the project. If you're a fan of Hedera and the or if you're an H barbarian, drop a comment in the comment section, like the video, and come check out our live show Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you in the next one.